your side. What's your assessment of that game?
I don't think we've ever lost as many aerial battles in my career, maybe. I thought we started the game, I thought we were really, really tired, mentally tired. Look at our decision making, our lack of force, you know. Energy. I think we look really fatigued. Mentally, it can't be physically, can it? Because we've had a clear week, so it can't be that. Mentally, listen, there's probably a good reason that we could be mentally fatigued. And I think this 4 out of 5 were from their set plays. It's the National League, isn't it? It's any league. The Championship. Got to control the boxes aerially. I thought we were really poor at that. I thought it was really poor at that. 2 centre halves, no my feelings. There's predominant, headers of the ball, and I had to put on a 34-year-old, 5'8" central midfield player just to try and win a header. Big indictment, I'm afraid. Big indictment. So, and we were poor at those moments all afternoon. Even first half when we played out the back and we punched the ball into Tom Knowles. His first touch. How safe it was and cautious it was. And what I think I found about this team, especially during our heavy injury crisis, and after Wilkinson going off, I think we've got a weakness, a personality weakness, a character weakness, a lack of resilience from a lot of the younger ones, definitely, and they're developing that on our shift, which isn't good enough. And what we've got to try and do is we've got to try and develop that mentality in a way. But Glenn Roeder, God rest his soul, has always said to me, Darren, you can't put in what God left out. So that's going to be an uphill battle trying to get that into him. But we got well and truly beaten up today. And there's a type of person I think I am, a character I think I am, that would be unforgivable. It becomes unforgivable because of the trauma that we've been through, but there's nothing to be scared of when you go and play a game of football. We look very, very afraid, very afraid.
I mean, you did say in your pre-match press conference this week, it's sort of the tip of the iceberg. This is a process, it's an ongoing thing, and we were physically and mentally drained last week. Are we seeing the effects of that this time around?
Well, yeah, I thought mentally we were way off it, not attentive at all, heavy, sluggish. I don't think we can say that physically because our muscles have not been, or our bodies have not been used, as much. But listen, the other stuff is a process, of course it is, but that doesn't discard or disguise that we've been well beaten. And we've been well beaten in a manner where, like I said, 4 of the 5 goals are from their set plays. And I think the 5th one's from our set play, counter-attack off for our set play. So all they needed was to score a goal from a goal kick, and they'd have had the Holy Grail, I would have thought. But listen, credit to Solihull. They well and truly left a mark on us tonight. And too many times this year, one of the most disappointing parts of the play this year is too many times we've had to say we'll respond on Tuesday. That's not good enough when you're trying to achieve promotions. And we have to look, and a big fear for me is if we can't retain some of the senior players and get them fit, then we're going to lose a big chunk of character.
On that, Darren, Luke Wilkinson came off in the first half, Jimmy Smith came off at half time. What's the update with those two?
Jimmy was tactical, just felt that too many times midfield players were getting in behind our back 4, and Albie being the physical presence that he was, and I didn't feel Albie was getting giving the performance that we've come to expect from Albs. So I thought a little change of position may spark him, which I thought it did. And we got back to 1-1. People forget we got back to 1-1 and we lost the game 5-1. Madness. And Luke is with his calf, felt his calf, not the calf he injured, his other calf. So it's been an absolute. That back 4 has just been a constant headache this year, and we still haven't found that. Solution to some problems.
In terms of a response, Darren, you face the same opposition on Tuesday night. After a game like this, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Some of them it's a bad thing because they won't play. I can't play them players, can I? You get beat 5-1. You can't look at people in the eye that are subs and say they deserve to keep their place. You're going to have to make massive changes. And why not? Why not? One thing I've never done is allow any season to peter out. I won't do that. I won't do that irregardless of our scenario that we've faced. And I won't allow it now. So listen, let's freshen it up. Let's get some different players on the pitch. And I reminded them in there. I reminded them, some of them players in there. When you dropped, just be careful how you conduct yourself when you're left out of the team. Because when the door opens and you've got to step through and shut the door behind you, leaving everyone else behind you. If you don't do that, you're going to get called out on your attitude, retrospectively of how you behaved back then. And I thought that was synonymous today, and I don't like that. And there's some players in that. There's some players in that dressing room. Worthington's in particular, Skendies. They have to step into the breach of a regular, high-performing player, and they have to try to develop greater resilience to affect the team. I thought Michael Kelly's leadership was good. His performance wasn't, but his leadership was good. Good talking. Always wanted to, be out there and not be out there, be vocal out there. And I thought Reece Murphy's leadership was very good. But you've got to be a good player. You've got to be tough and resilient. And this team, when we came here last year, we had a little moment in the tunnel with Solihull, and this team was the tough team, the resilient team, hardened and strong. And today we look weak, young. Again, mentally fatigued, very, very fatigued in that instance. And nowhere near good enough. But too often this year, far too often, and we have to look at the model we had last year with that strength, that real strength of character. We have to get that. We have to get that back.